This is an instructional video for the harmonization When I Come Back. I'm going to present two different styles of using the left hand to harmonize the melody which is played with the right hand. First of all, I want to talk about the primary chords that we will be using for the left hand in the key of C major. The first requested chord is C. We will play this in root position with pinky on C, third finger on E, and thumb on G. The second requested chord in measure 2 is an F chord, still with C in the bass, indicated by my pinky here, finger 5. The F chord also comprises F in the index finger, and we have to stretch our thumb to A. Measure 3 takes us back to the C chord in root position. Measure 4 has no chord indication, so we repeat the C chord at the beginning of the measure, the downbeat. Measure 5 is also a C chord, as is measure 6. In measure 7, we have two chords. The first on the downbeat, again, is our F chord with C in the bass, as indicated by the /C in the chord notation. Remember, that means we need our index finger on F and stretch our thumb to A. The second chord in that measure, 7, is a G7 with B in the bass, the /B in the chord symbol, again indicating what should be in our lowest voice. So we have B. We're going to keep the F as the 7 that's indicated in the chord symbol, and the G is here in the thumb, so that thumb will move back down to our G. From there, we go back to our C chord. So the G will remain for this chord, and we move the pinky back up and end on the C chord. So using these chords in block position, that is playing all three tones of the chord at the same time, the harmonization would sound like this with the right hand melody. 1, 2. The second version of harmonizing using the same chord shapes and the same chord tones for the left hand simply involves splitting the chord into two equal parts. So what we do is, starting at the beginning of the piece, instead of on the downbeat of each measure performing the whole chord and holding it for the entire measure, we are now going to, on the downbeat, meaning the first beat of the measure, we're going to play always the root or the base of the chord. So what falls to finger 5 or our pinky in each chord. So for the first chord, a C chord, we're going to play this on the beat 1. The second half of the measure, or beat 3, we will play the remainder of the chord. So it's an alternation between what it constitutes the base or the foundation in finger 5 of the chord, followed by the remainder of the chord shape. So measure 2, this is our chord that we use, an F chord with C in the bass. So on the downbeat of measure 2, we play the bass, followed on beat 3 by the remainder of the chord. The only other chord shape that we need to know is the G7. However, in measure 7, where the G7/B chord occurs, we also have another chord in that measure. So I'm going to ask that you do not split these chords because they occur so quickly in succession. So in measure 7, you will just play this as normal, full chord, 3 voices together. On beat 3, you'll do as you did before in the block chord harmonization. All 3 voices together, and you'll end the piece with a full chord as well. So now the version of doing broken chord accompaniment for the left hand with right hand playing the melody. 1, 2,